Now, the World Bank, just mentioned, has flagged off in South Korea the 21st meeting of its International Development Association that focused on the final replenishment of the global program. Two-day forum, which begins in Seoul, provides a critical moment for global leaders and stakeholders to unite and reaffirm their commitments to the primary source of concessional financing for the world's low-income countries. The opening formalities held earlier today showcased countries that have pledged to increase their commitments to the IDA program and how much more needs to be done. Let's take a listen.
So you have heard her mention the sound of the pledge. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize some of our donors who have come forward with their early pledges to set us up so well for today. So first out of the gate, back in September, was Denmark, who announced a 40% increase on their last commitment. Please give a big hand. Thank you, Denmark. And just this week, Croatia too announced a generous increase of 115% increase. Thank you, Croatia. And next, our host and my home country, Korea, has committed to build on their last pledge by a 45%. Thank you. Because we know how important and transformational IDA can be. Thank you once again. And Latvia has announced they are increasing their commitment by an enormous 60% increase. Thank you, Latvia. And now moving over to Norway too, announcing an increase of 50% on their last pledge. Thank you, Norway. And now going over to Poland, doubling their previous commitment. That is 100% increase. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now let us look at Spain, another country that has came early with a fantastic pledge, increasing their contribution by 37%. Thank you. And next is the United Kingdom, also announcing just last week a pledge of £1.98 billion over the next 3 years, a 40% increase. Thank you very much. And finally, the United States, pledging an increase totaling $500 million increase. Thank you very much. Another big round of applause to all of our countries for their early commitment and their leadership. Thank you once again. Now, your contributions has got us off this final meeting to a great start, and this is the spirit that we want to see over the next 2 days. Thank you very much for your contribution and support. And now to share more on the ambition for the coming days and more of the potential impact for the coming years, it is with great pleasure to welcome to the stage World Bank Senior Managing Director Axel van Trotsenberg. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a big round of applause.
We can leverage the incredible power of IDA to invest in the future of 78 low-income countries around the world. This is more than a pledging session. It's a testament to the enduring power of multilateralism and our collective belief that we are stronger together. We meet at a pivotal time. The world faces unprecedented, larger-than-life challenges, from climate disasters to conflicts, from poverty to pandemics. Yet in this room, I see unprecedented resolve and solidarity. I see it in the extraordinary early commitments from our donors who have demonstrated bold leadership with significant increases in their pledges in national currency despite challenging global conditions. This is the ultimate reflection of the domestic effort to secure funding to IDA. Of course, every contribution is leverage. Take $1 contributed, we'll be able to provide nearly $4 in mostly concessional financing to IDA countries, creating real measurable impact where it's most needed. This is value for money. Over the past year, we have appreciated our dialogue and exchanges with the IDA beneficiary countries, which have shared their development aspirations. And I just want to recall the summit in Nairobi, to many individual and group meetings. And this has helped us to sharpen this package. But also, we have incredibly benefited from all the IDA deputies and their teams. And sometimes we need to give them a round of applause, because sometimes the IDA teams, we address always the IDA deputies, but there are teams behind them. So I think we should owe them a little applause, what they are doing. But this is just the beginning. Our decision this week will bolster IDA and strengthen its lifeline to countries in the years ahead. What does this mean in practical terms? It means helping 300 million people in Africa gain access to electricity in partnership with the African Development Bank and, of course, with the beneficiary countries. It means improving health service for 1.5 billion people, strengthening social safety nets for people facing recurring shocks, and leading the way in finance for climate adaptation, and many more things. As Amy's poem reminded us, and I quote, "Disaster has never carved a wound that sisterhood couldn't mend, never brought a hunger that brotherhood couldn't feed, never torn a fissure that humanity couldn't heal." This is IDA's promise, not just aid, but transformation, not just funding, but partnerships, not just resources, but results. We're engineering a better bank for a changing world, streamlining our operation and increasing our impact. And crucially, IDA puts decision-making in the hands of our clients and building capacity for sustainable development. The journey of our host country, Korea, from IDA recipient to donor, shows what's possible when we invest in human potential. Now it's our turn to help write the next chapter of this story for millions more. As we enter this discussion, here let's remember what's at stake: the lives we can transform, the future we can unlock, and the world we can build together. The pledges made in this room will send a strong signal to the hundreds of millions of beneficiaries in IDA countries that we stand in solidarity and shared commitment to work together.